Let's roll. Greetings, one love. His Imperial Majesty rule over all things, so everything forward. Give thanks and praise. Yes, I, Jamaicans. This is a response to Buju Banton, so it gives me a chance to really get through to a whole lot of Jamaicans all over the world, so I'd like to thank Buju for that. I love Jamaicans, and I will always put on my fake patois accent to try to come across like Jamaican. Nah, it's not really because of that. It's really because I love it, and you know, if I sound like I'm trying to speak patois, it's out of love and affection for Jamaicans. So and sometimes it's the way certain things would be expressed. It would only be that way, So, but it's not like I'm trying to give myself a Jamaican persona or come across as a Jamaican, because even if I speak my best patois, you're gonna catch me out at some point or other. I'll say something, say, man, no go so. So why you had most of the sentence, but then it was supposed to go like this and then it went that way. Say, nah, man. So there's not gonna be no fake. Try to be the little patois that I have that I pick up is from actually having real conversations with Jamaicans over the years and being amongst Rasta in London and even here in Copenhagen working close to Rasta, so so it's not like, okay, go watch TV and go watch a Bob Marley movie and catch the accent and work hard on this accent, whatever. No, it's just like, okay, it feels natural to be speaking this way or using these words or these terminologies, because that's the people who speak like that, and that's the vibe that they give me. So we're flexing that, what I'm saying. So that's all right. Just want to clear those things because those things are very important when you're talking about reggae music. Because I've heard things and I've seen things, and it's better I don't talk. Some things you just leave it. It's like, okay, whatever, do you, bro. All right, so Buju, we love you. Yeah, you're an amazing artist, an amazing person, a good storyteller, and everything. And I just want to thank you so much for just touching on these subjects in the way that you did, because now we can have a conversation going that should have really started a long time ago. Okay, so first off, we're about resolution and not conflict. So as a Rasta, I just want to ask you directly, I just want to point out directly, like, Bridget, is it or is it not because of what happened between Burna Boy and Steel Pulse at the German festival, why you would say that Afrobeats artists are not giving props to reggae artists? So if you can clear that up, then, because that's all I can kind of like put those two things together, like, okay, that's where it must have come from, right? And if that's the case, then it's unfortunate, because now the narrative and the story has gone to such proportions that it's been generalized that Afrobeats artists don't give props to reggae artists. And in this case, like, if it's because of Burna Boy, I'd like to remind the eye that Burna Boy actually went to Jamaica and gave his props to the whole reggae scene, basically, and even said something in particular to Sizzla about what Sizzla did to actually encourage Burna Boy to do what he's doing. So I think for that reason, it's very important to kind of like clear the air, because I'm seeing stuff on social media that's just going like, okay, now it's been generalized, and some people say, yeah, we agree with the Buju Banton that our people are not speaking this and our people are not saying that and all of that. Fine. So when we get to that point, this is where I come in like strongly, and I say, okay, Bridget, I'm going on 54. I think you're going on 53. So we're a big man now, right? So we have youth and we come to grandfatherhood and all of that, right? So when you see these, what do you call them, Afrobeats artists, right? I don't call them Afrobeat artists, because that's not what they are to me. To me, they're my youths. They're my children. You see what I'm saying? So, having said that they're my children, I don't expect my children to fight my battle for me. I don't expect them to be the ones who are going to be giving hope to next generations of Africans when that's my role. So being 54, that means I am the generation that was born at the time that the whalers were beginning to make their way. 1970, Tough Gong begins, 71 and all that time. 73, I'm a little toddler. 74, I'm still a toddler. 75, running around. There's Natty Dread. 76, Rastaman Vibration, I'm running around as a kid, right? And picking up this, picking up that. So we're coming from Ziggy Marley's generation. That's the Ziggy Bridge. And that's already a couple of generations of the message being out there and being put out to people, right? And that means that the message as such has been put out there, and the hope is there on vinyl, on CD, it's there, right? If you're looking for that kind of hope, we can go find that hope there, right? It has spoken. His Majesty, has spoken. His Majesty has left a template of work for us. So it's those who are willing to really take up what's been put out there already, really. I mean, they got no excuse. So that burden, I would not put it on Afrobeats artists. I just look at them as kids. For me, it's like, are they happy? Are they being creative? Are they staying out of crime? Are they making money for themselves? Yes, youth, that's what they, and that's all I expect. Nothing more. I don't expect them to solve the problems that should have been solved by generations before, and politicians and world leaders. They're not world leaders, they're entertainers. And like some of them say, they're tired of the stress. They want to live up, they want to be happy. We got so many problems in Africa that you're happy to see somebody look happy. If you think about our problems, it's just fantastic to see people having a good time and making money for themselves. So I don't see no problem. It is very encouraging to see them do what they're doing. So the message is not necessarily in the lyrics, but it is in the actions, And that's what I'd say to the generations before that, you need to come away from thinking that it's the lyrics that's going to do it. It's the actions that's going to do it, The lyrics, I would say talk is cheap. You come with all the lyrics, put them on X amount of records and sell X amount of records. It's still not making the change, is it? So we get to the point where it has to be the action. So I would, and I am right now, responding to the eye with a challenge to be part of the action. So you have your organization is called Long Walk to Freedom, and I have an actual walk that I'm planning from Cape Town to Cairo, 18,000 kilometers. So I would like for those two things to come together. The I and the I, we come together and reason, and I tell you everything. There's a website, you can go check out the website and see what it's about. We're working very hard for 20 years. And you know what? I just want to remind you one thing. Do you remember in Barcelona, when you were playing in Barcelona in 2008, maybe 2009, and somebody stole the laptop off your touring bus? Remember that incident? Remember the dread who came on the scene jogging early morning? That was I, Malawi. So I met the eye on that evening, and it was like, wow, Buju, police didn't want to look into it. The laptop was gone. And, brethren, we did try look for, like in second-hand shops and see if somebody was selling a laptop. But how do we go? Where do we go? So police did not care. And how could we find out? We don't know any investigative work. But, the eye said that I lost a lot of music, and, that's very sad and unfortunate. But just letting the eye know that through jazz mysteries and ways and whatever, so we have met once before. And I was in Barcelona because of preparing the walk from Cape Town to Cairo, and the project that now is available on Facebook. Not Facebook, sorry, well, a lot of it's on Facebook because I'm on Facebook talking this and talking that, and it's confusing for all people. But for all the people who are confused on Facebook and all the people I've been in touch with over the years and everything, everything is being put onto a very concise website right now. So everything that you have on your mind, Rasta, as a Rasta man, concerning Africa and action towards it, then just check Iman. Let's work this out for the next generation. Let them go on, man. It's youths, let them enjoy. Let them enjoy. But between the I and I, the work that we can do for these youths and the generations to come is a lot. Because what His Majesty has left of us as tasks is that if we were busy with that, we wouldn't even have time to notice who's on which chart or what's happening or any of the things that we're criticizing about anything in society, we wouldn't have time for it because we'd be so busy working on solutions. That's how much work there is to be done left over by His Majesty for I and I to do, like in seriousness. So this reggae thing, it gets funny sometimes, and I like to stand by the sideline and watch it and say, boy, this reggae thing, boy, it's like, why? It's like props. When it comes to props, really, who's looking for props from people? You look props from people, Rasta. You're seriously looking props from people? Nah, man. Mm-mm. The only props a Rasta man really is concerned about is when His Majesty turned to a Rasta and say, well done, my faithful servant. Yeah. Rastafari.